The following is rated M. What you're about to watch contains explicit language, adult themes, violence, and may not be suitable for viewers under 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Hello, people of the internet. How'd you like that intro? Okay, the name's Geek Gaming Culture Channel. I'm your host, JD, and I might be changing my name here soon because there's too many people that use that name. Some people are more famous than others. Some are less of people I would like to be associated with. But anyway, so I decided to do something Halloween related because, Halloween. However, you should be aware of the amount of pain I had to go through in order to get this far. So here's the issue that I had. I tried playing the game a little bit, and I went to look at my files, and lo and behold, MP4s do not support multiple audio tracks natively. You have to do some weird stuff in order for that to happen. So I had to play through the game again. Up to a certain point, you'll probably understand I know how to get through certain areas. Up to a certain point. Not too far into the game. Now, I tried to play again, and apparently this particular game was made in 2014 before 4K became a thing, so if I tried to play the game full screen, it broke everything. To the point I had to restart my entire computer because it just decided it didn't want to work anymore. So, I download Borderless Gaming. That is a thing. So, okay, so now I have full screen. Keep in mind, all throughout the while, I wanted to play it with a controller, and apparently this only works with the 360 controller because screw any other controllers, apparently. I don't know why, because the Google Stadia one worked with Multiverse. For some odd reason, it won't work with this. Now, finally, I go do all of that, and I find out that Adobe Premiere does not like MKV files, which OBS highly recommends you use in order to do the whole thing with the split the audio tracks. They have announced they will be adding that at some point, just don't know when this is going to be. So after all of this, I hope this works. You have no idea how much it takes. Okay, so through all of this, there is one particular thing we need to talk about when we get there. And I will mention it when we get there. It is the Jill sandwich room. There's a lot we got to talk about with that because there is a really interesting, confusing thing when we get to it. But you probably know by now what character we're going with. I don't know what the original is. That's probably the tank controls. We are not doing that. So we're I like this. How do you like your games? Like climbing a mountain. Fulfilling, but takes a lot of work. Like going on a hike. Going on a hike. Like bike for a second. Good exercise, but not too strenuous. Like taking a walk, like a walking simulator. Like the Pressure Quest. You can relax and enjoy yourself. We're going to go with this one, because this seems like the normal difficulty, and I like doing normal difficulties to when I first start out with games. We might do Chris's thing. I believe there might be the double scenario thing. But here's the other thing I like about this. I don't know if there's any other costumes in the game that are unlockable or anything like that. But you get her normal stars outfit, and then you get her what looks like a special agent. Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance. We're going to do that one. Okay. So here we go.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brandon. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Ain't good.
Bravo team's helicopter
Joseph
was a
F.
derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
That's right, a nightmare. There's a few things we gotta talk about once we get past this cutscene as well. Some normal warnings about games such as this. You probably already know. It being Resident Evil and all. Joseph? There's nothing there. Yeah, nothing there. Yep, you got one of those. Chill. Are you gonna shoot? You're not gonna shoot. Yep, and the bad thing about dogs like these is they're never not hungry.
Come on!
There goes your... He's getting away from you. He's saving his own skin.
Chris, this way.
Yeah, go for the head. That's not sus at all. A random mansion in the middle of the woods. That's not sus. Enter the survival horror.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've
He's
got to
serious
find...
about that.
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her.
No. She just
Chris
sat
and I
down.
go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
Anybody that doesn't know how the game turns out, Wesker. For maybe the 2 people who don't remember how the story turns out.
A dining room.
Okay, so before we go any further, let me explain to you a few things about the game. First of all, this is rated M, so Capcom games, particularly Resident Evil games, usually don't have like extreme profanity, but just in case, there's a lot of blood and gore, you know, because zombies and all. Okay, so yeah, be wary of that. Also, there is one particular thing about when we get to the Joe Sandwich thing. Make sure you have a spare spot in your inventory. We'll talk about that a little later. So, typewriter, save your progress. I'll show you here in a minute. This is these are my other 2 save files trying to do this game. Okay, so I'll just do that for now. Save your ammo as well, because this is...
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood.
I tasted it myself. It
Jill.
tastes yummy.
See if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Yeah, it might be other blood. It might be Sector's, or maybe Cyrax's oil or something, or Mega Man. Because, you know, Mega Man used to be in here too, and you know what happened with him. This is probably Dr. Wily's mansion before he went sus. I was gonna say, what else is there that we haven't told you yet, which is that this is actually a remaster of the GameCube version of the game, which means there's like brand new like areas, brand new puzzles and stuff like that. And we're gonna see an iconic scene right here. We didn't. That's not in the original. I used to have the PS1 version of this game, the Director's Cut version of this game, which basically means my ears bled. Oh, we'll just go in here. We don't actually have to face them. In fact, it's probably beneficial that we don't
Look out! It's a
waste our
monster!
ammo.
Let me take care of it.
Yeah, let me talk for a couple of minutes while a zombie is coming down trying to eat my face.
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
Now, I don't want to take the emblem yet because I don't need it. Uh-huh. That happens.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
All I have to do is come up here and then make a circle, come back down to get the next cutscene.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
So she's not the master of unlocking anymore. By the way, you may have noticed, because this is the GameCube version of the switched up stuff, that there's additional parts of this whole main hall. So we're gonna go in here to get the map, because I remember there's a map in here, but it took me a little bit of a time to figure this out. This is the woman drawing water. It took me a little bit of time to figure out what I'm supposed to do here, because this, what you're supposed to do is move that a little bit and then get behind it, move it just enough to where you can still get behind it and move this thing over. And I don't know if you have to center it or not, but I do so anyway. So get on top of it and take the mansion map. You got the map of the mansion. Now there are locks that we can't do just yet. Emblem of the sword, that's the key we're gonna get to first. Now, do I want to show this or not? Because there's a dagger in here, but that triggers a zombie coming in, and I don't want to do that just yet. I wanted to get some additional ammo before I do that. But my next order of business is to come over here, because I can't go anywhere else. I go back into that room where the zombie was. And I haven't figured this out yet. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open. Don't know anything about that yet, so we will skip that for now. This we could take, that emblem we could take, but it serves us no purpose just yet. I don't know if there is a place for us to be able to use that, but I might regret not taking it, but I don't want to clog up my inventory right now because I only have 8 slots, as you probably know where. And that zombie is right there. I don't really want to engage with him right in the moment. Okay. Corpse here, comrade Kenneth, like he's holding something. Film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on and find out what the frequency is, Kenneth. Okay. So we're going to go into this door, which, if we're not mistaken, leads upstairs. I think, yep, it does. Okay. And we're going to check on her. This corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What the hell happened in this mansion? A lot. Now we're going to pick up these green herbs. And you probably see how much inventory space I have, which is not much. So I'm going to combine those. I don't have any reason to not just yet. So we're going to come in here. And this will give us another herb. And oh, is there 3 herbs in this room? No, okay. I'll combine. Okay. I was wondering if they will let you combine 4 herbs now instead of just 3. Oh. I don't want to be eaten. Okay. I want to pick this up. I want to pick this up. Yeah, I want to status screen. When status screen, select the item, then select the examine command. The details of the item will be displayed. And I'll have to examine that in order to get the real prize of that. Okay, examine. The arrowhead looks like it can be removed, and I'll get the arrowhead. Poor man's emerald. Lock from the other side, and I'll unlock this. There's a zombie that's in the other room here. This is the upper level of that dining room that we were at first in. And I'll let the zombie maybe. And usually they might be able to. Usually they could do that, but I'll just go ahead and kill him. I didn't really want to waste ammo on him, but oh, I forgot about this. The dagger, which is one of the defensive items in the game. If you get caught by a zombie and you try to struggle your way out of the zombie, then they will use one of these defensive items in order to... Okay. Using defensive items such as daggers will allow you to escape momentarily when grabbed by the enemy. However, you will not be able to escape when the enemy grabs you from behind. Giggity. To equip a defensive item, go to the status screen and then select an item from the defensive item menu. Then select the equip command. If your defensive item mode is set to manual, which I never do, in the controller settings, you must press LB to use a defensive item. Now... Oh, this guy's not dead? Jeez. Now, here's the reason why I decided I was going to go down this way. You might have seen this statue here. And I didn't really need to kill the zombie to do that, but I just didn't want to mess with him. Now, the zombies in this version of Resident Evil have a bit of another mechanic that you might want to be aware of, which is you can burn the zombie corpses. It does give you an achievement, but I'm not quite sure if there's a reason behind it, other than the fact that I don't know if they respawn after a certain time. Okay. So we're not gonna grab that. We're not gonna grab that thing yet. The blue emerald that crashed, but I wanted to get that ready. Our next item is gonna be up over here. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, wait. Okay. Grab these shotgun shells. I gotta make sure that I'm not okay. Might as well use it. That's the one thing about this version of the game, that it's a lot harder to get out of the zombies' grasp if they get you. Tomb engraved with the picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. You probably understand now why I did that with the green arrow. Now we go into the Arrowverse. I deserve the whole Justin Timberlake on The Price is Right theme music over it from that one. Okay, so we're gonna get this book for the perfect in the indentation. Now, when I first played this game, I was a little bit okay, I know myself. Wow. When I first played this game, I thought it was gonna be very risky to do this. But I go to examine. There is a key there, and that is one of the emblem keys. Okay. And now the book, now this is what worried me. They opened the book of curses, but for a mask. A man speaks no evil. A man that smells no evil. A man that sees no evil. A man that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. So that has something to do, I will believe, through these things. Stones that you with a hole where the eye should be, and those are speak, hear, or see no evil. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. And can't do anything with evil because everything is taken care of there. So we don't have anything else we can do with there just yet. And there was something else here that we can't do anything with just yet, which is that. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna get into there. Okay. And the changing camera angles. I didn't want to have the tank things, the tank controls, because it's hard enough as it is. Okay. So now with that key, we can go ahead and unlock that door. and a few other things. Now we want to go into that door because there's a really infamous scene that ends up playing, and that's where we're gonna have to get into a bit of discussion because a lot of people were confused on message boards when they got to this, and what they expected to happen never happened. And we should save because we haven't. Okay, so I'm gonna use the lockpick there so we can. Okay, we've hit this scene. Now, let me explain what's gonna happen here. Now, you may are recognizing this. Let's go into this so we know what we're dealing with. Everybody knows this scene from the original Resident Evil. Go into this room. This is where you get the shotgun. Now, in Jill's scenario, if you go in here before you meet Barry, what will happen is you go into the next room, you pick up the shotgun, you come back in here, both doors are locked, you check both doors, they're locked, she's stuck, Barry comes and rescues you, and then he says a pretty infamous line. It's a little different in this version. However, that will not happen if you meet Barry back in the main hall, where he'll say something to the effect of, we have to split up again and there should be an escape route somewhere. What confuses people is in that scene, he's supposed to give you the acid rounds. If you do not have a open slot in your inventory, he will never give them to you, and the game will not inform you that he was supposed to give those to you. Therefore, a lot of people got confused when they say, hey, you have to do this scene before you meet Barry in the main hall. Because you meet Barry in the main hall regardless of whether or not you do this at this point or not. What happens is they don't realize that their inventory is full, therefore Barry never gave them the acid rounds for the grenade launcher. So they got a little confused when they head into this. Don't push me, Jill. Don't push me. You will get smushed. You will become a Jill sandwich. Which would be kind of yummy. But anyway. Now I'm acting like a zombie. Anyway. So, by the way, Christopher Columbus on there. I thought he was canceled. Okay, anyway. We'll go in here. Now, if you go in this after you do the whole thing in the main hall, you have to do what Chris has to do, regardless of what happens, which is you go pick up a fake shotgun from, I think it's the west corridor, and then come back here and replace the real shotgun with the fake shotgun. Take all this first before we go any further. This has 6 rounds, six shots in it, so we'll go ahead and pick this up. And then after this, we'll go and save the game. Okay. The reason I'm saying this is because that confused a lot of people when I saw this on message boards, and I ran into the same problem too.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill, you in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back! Grab my hand!
Barry!
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
But
Really?
gee, thanks.
Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
And anybody who knows his story knows what Barry gets put through in this game. Anyway, and you know the little quirk. That was like kind of lampshading the original line. Which is kind of cool. Anyway, we do got the shotgun now, so we could probably go and equip this, and it's much better than the handgun because we could do headshots with it, and that is so much better than what we did. By the way, there are dogs that will spawn if you go back into that one hallway. Now, what I also said is to also make sure that you have a extra slot in the inventory, and that is the beauty of the shotgun.